Sweet. I apologize about the mess. I just got back from a trip. But this is a problem. As you can see, I busted that up pretty well right there. Yeah, see that guy? So what happened was I had it kind of mounted on the back of my motorcycle. Let's go ahead and take this battery out. And it wasn't mounted securely, so it fell and crashed and rubbed, which I should show you right now. That's why you see all this damage on this guy. So we got the battery out. We got this replacement part in that we got from AliExpress. And that, in theory, should work out. Let's get our tools. So I got this heat. It's kind of all part of, you know, traveling and trying to make something cool and doing all that sort of stuff. Is, you know, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna mess stuff up for sure. And I have for sure messed something up. I really used to freak out about things like this, but now knowing that you can and probably will eventually be able to fix things is nice. Makes you much less scared to take risks. Get out there, do something weird and funky. I need to cool it with that heat gun.
Maybe DJI intended to have sort of this, and I believe we enter it from this, and there is no screws because I don't believe there are any.
My fingers always bleed so much. Okay, got the blood part. I should start to sweat, and then hopefully no tears. Okay, so at this point, this is my plan. Right here, this is already kind of messed up anyways, and I was thinking of maybe 3D printing one after. I know that there's a bunch of glue underneath this, and I think I'm just going to heat it on low. I'm getting a call real fast, so.
Also, huge shout out to this gentleman, Mads Tech. Fantastic video. I think it's called like Inside the Osmo 360 or something. Fantastic. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without him, obviously, like you can see it, but just wanted to shout out because it was wonderful. Essentially, throughout this part, I'm able to heat up the cover and strip it off, but it was already in bad shape. But even doing this, it warped it more. I applied too much heat and that got messed up, but I got it off. From there, it was just taking off all this gunk and then unscrewing it and cracking that sucker open. And then we were in, and my phone call was soon to be done.
All right, sorry about that. My friend called and we were talking about live stuff. So this plate kind of got massacred, as you can see here. Whoop. See here, this is that video that I should have already linked. But I kind of cracked it up here. I'm gonna probably try to 3D print a replacement, but for now I'm just gonna smack it on because I don't care if it looks kind of ugly or not. Moment of truth here. That guy just pops out like so. Got the old one versus the new. Quite a difference. Oop. That feels good. Not gonna overthink it too much here. Or here. At this point, I'm just gonna torque these down and go from there. Not gonna worry about all that paste and whatnot.
From here, I reseat the cable that is plugging the camera into the board itself, and then I got all the way done, and I realized that there was a little red O-ring that was sticking through, so I had to go back and do the same thing all over again. But I'll spare you, it's just me kind of talking to myself the whole time. Nothing exciting. But then we get here.
I legitimately have no clue where I just put that screwdriver bit, or the screwdriver itself. Actually, zero clue. I went to close a door, and now it's gone forever. Bam, that should be good. Let's throw this battery in here and see if it actually works. Here goes kind of everything. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, that works. Kind of different colors, you know. Not perfect. At least it's not completely broken. I'm gonna go test it. I'm calling this a win, but I'm gonna go test it for sure.
So I would say pretty good. You can see there's a little bit of a tear. The reason I have it in this pretty hyper 360 version and I'm doing all these weirdness is because you can see the split, I think, a little bit better. It looks like it's kind of a smudge. But I think after I calibrate it, I should be good. I was planning on hopping on the bike and getting some footage on there, but no dice this week. Overall, it's a great product. The issue is support was non-existent. They essentially told me to go buy a new one, which I don't have the confidence of buying a new one when mine breaks and you're not replacing it. But I think that's the trend of DJI. I think everything's going that way. I think there's some external factors. I don't really look into it. I'm just saying something to consider, that this is something you'd have to repair yourself. From here I close it up, so I put this electrical glue that I had bought that didn't really go so hot, but I think again it's because I massacred that outside cover. I kind of got it to stick on there because I, clamped it down and did all this stuff, but overall pretty happy. Did it myself. It might not be perfect, but good enough to get something.
Okay, well, that sucked, but I found it. I went into the app and I had it do a timer for a photo so it would make noise. At least I got some cool pictures. Yeah, brand new.
It's not perfect, but we're improving. Anyways, have a good week. Thanks. Bye.